Good afternoon and welcome, family and friends of Sylvia and Benjamin. We are gathered here today to witness and to celebrate their union in marriage. They do not enter here lightly, but with assurance and reverence. They present themselves joyfully and lovingly before you, that you may hear and support them as they dedicate their lives to each other. As we are gathered here today at the sacred space of Wayfair Chapel, surrounded by trees planted almost 70 years ago, we marvel at its architectural integrity. Like this structure, the strength of marriage is the result of a delicate balance of stress and support. There are active forces that require work, the kind of dynamic tension between the everyday and the sublime that makes the act of marriage a balance between purposeful intention and sharing. We read in reading by Robert Williams. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All those conversations that began with when we are married and continue with I will and you will and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe. All of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all of these things that we promise and hope and dream. Well, I meant all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, a friend, a companion, a lover, a dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned so much from one another past years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Sylvia and Benjamin, I invite you to turn to your family, and to Dawn and Terry, and to Jed and Jennifer, I ask you, will you give your blessing to Sylvia and Benjamin on this their wedding day? Will you support them in their love for each other? And will you welcome them into your families with love? If so, please respond, we will. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, do you promise to honor Sylvia as your wife, to live together in holiness? Will you love her, comfort her, and be faithful to her as long as you love others? Sylvia, do you promise to honor Benjamin as your husband, to live together in holiness? Do you promise to love him, to comfort him, and to be faithful to him as long as you love others? Sylvia and Benjamin, we are here today to celebrate the bond that we you. We're asking for the support of those dearest to you as you enter into this life together as husband and wife. The love that has drawn two of you together is what precious, and it is one of the greatest blessings of the human experience. This is a love that lives in the inner recesses of your heart. And today, in this ceremony, he seeks to make that inward love outwardly visible, his words and deeds. You're speaking the commitment that you're making to one another, the reading of your vows, and the stating of your intentions. And you're symbolizing your union in the exchange of grace and the lighting of your marriage candle. The very nature of this type of love is to want to give to another ever more fully and to feel the joy of your partner as your own. Now, through this means of the love of the God together. This love will possess qualities in each of you, and it seeks to break down anything that might try to keep you. The growing bonds of affection, loyalty, and trust will bring you a fuller life than either of you. Marriage in this sense is uniting on all levels of your body, mind, heart, and spirit. The longer the two of you live together as husband and wife, the more you will grow as individuals, and the more you will have to contribute to your partner's success. As you strive to fulfill the commitments you make here today, your life together will be increasingly filled with joy, satisfaction. So in all the events of your life, look back to the vision of honor of Sylvia and Benjamin, I call on you in the presence of your family and friends to step to the top there and face one another, holding hands and to hold each other's hearts, and to dedicate the vows to one
There's no one else rather talk no one I'd rather take on. I don't know what this crazy world has in store. I promise to care for you always, but you're needed. I promise to not let a day go by, every night, together. I promise to be your father. I promise to continue watching lots of tell me around every course of it. How it is. I promise to become a terrible difference. I know that even so bad, still not. You realize right inside. I promise to never stop making fun of you for your thinking the cardboard myself and working for talking to get everything you do. I promise to be your unwavering support everything you do. Knowing that you will be everything you do. I promise to love you.
I, Benjamin,
I, Benjamin,
will cherish you, Sylvia,
cherish you,
as my wife,
my wife,
now and forever.
now and forever.
I vow to love and hold you,
I vow to love,
for better or worse,
to better,
for richer or and in health. I will give inspire and sustain
fire,
in all our lives together.
and all of
I will treasure our love.
our treasure.
I, Sylvia, will cherish you, Benjamin, as my husband, now and forever. I vow to love and hold you, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health. I will give and receive, speak and listen, inspire and sustain. In all our lives together, I will treasure our love. And then I believe you have the rings. These rings are an outward and visible sign of the union that Sylvia and Benjamin enter into here today. As the circle of these rings is unending, may their love remain strong and true throughout their lives. May the quality of their marriage deepen as these rings grow in beauty and honor in their wearing. May they be constant reminders as you wear them of the love that you share, promise that you have made. So Sylvia, in receiving this ring, the symbol of our love and commitment, I embrace you, Benjamin, as my husband and this day forward. Benjamin, in receiving this ring,
In receiving this ring,
symbol of our love and commitment,
our love,
I embrace you, Sylvia,
and grace you,
as my wife
my wife,
from this day forward.
this day forward.
Sylvia and Benjamin, the vows that you have made to one another have power. They express and represent the deep commitment you have made to each other and the continuing intention you have. And I invite you to come and light the marriage candle, symbolizing the union. Let us join in the moment of blessing. Sylvia and Benjamin. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be a companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and throughout all the years. May happiness be your companion, and your days together be good and long upon this earth. Treat yourselves and each other with respect. Remind yourself often of what brought you two together. Give the highest priority to tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connections deserve. When frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship as they threaten all relationships at one time or another. Remember to focus on what is right between you and not only the part that seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. If each of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. Benjamin and Sylvia, in the presence of your family and friends, you have celebrated your union in marriage. In light of your declaration, and by the authority given me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal your marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you for the very first time as husband and wife, Benjamin and Sylvia.
That's all, folks. Hi everyone. Thank you for
Thank
joining.
you.